Good morning, brewers. Today we're making a beer. It is going to be an English bitter. I'll put the recipe up, but there's about 85% base malts and 15% crystal and a little bit of sour grapes malt. So we're just bringing the grainfather water, mash water, up to temperature, and we're going to mash for a medium body at 67 degrees. Alright, we're at our target strike temp to mash in. If you're wondering why the water is cloudy, I've just added some gypsum and some chalk to the water today because we're brewing an English style beer, and that's going to make it more like the London water, to make it more true to style. Alright, we've finished our 60-minute mash at 67 degrees. We mashed out for 10 minutes at 77 degrees, and now we're just doing our sparge. Now, one thing that I have learnt is to not just adjust your mash pH, but adjust your sparge pH. If you're going to sparge with water that's above 7, then by the time you're getting towards the end of the sparge, your pH will be quite high in your runnings, and that reduces your extraction, which of course then reduces your efficiency. So you can add cream of tartar, citric acid, or I add about 5 mils of star sand to my sparge water heater, and that gets me to a really to about a pH of 6. And then by the time it runs through the grain bed, it reduces its pH a bit further. But yeah, you get a lot better efficiency when you adjust the the sparge water pH. I estimated a 70% brewhouse efficiency, which gives me an estimated pre-boil gravity of 1036. Today, my pre-boil gravity was 1044. So what I've done there is I've had to increase my brewhouse efficiency to get the pre-boil gravity right, so that affects my bitterness. I'm aiming for 30 IBUs, so I've had to increase my boiling hops by 1 gram. Okay, we finished our brew day. The wort's aerated. Got my yeast starter. I've decanted the water off. And just got to be careful not to pour out the stir bar. And it's London Ale 3. In a few hours you'll see that airlock bubbling. Put the thermostat in the water. So there we are, not even 4 hours later from adding the yeast, and we've got fermentation. It was a good brew day. Cheers. Cheers, brewers. That's the English bitter. Very rich in toast and caramel, and also some earthy notes from the Fuggles hops I used. A bit hazy, which is surprising, but I'm sure that'll clear up in a few days. Very good beer.